In this video, I'm doing a position analysis on a match between Marc Olsen and Anton Dragostinov, where the commentary was done in another video. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and let me know what you'd like in the comments below so we can include them in the next video. So this match, I did the commentary for it in another video. I'll put the link in the description. Here I've selected certain positions, some of the interesting positions to go through. Here's the first one. Marc Olsen was playing the white checkers at the top and Anton the black checkers at the bottom, and this was a 9-point match. This was the first game in the match. White was on roll with one black checker on the bar. Marc is white, has a racing lead of 11 pips. Black is on the bar. White has some attacking chances, 9 checkers in the zone, actually 10 checkers in the zone, and a 3-point board. Although he does have gaps, Black does have a 2-point board with only a single checker back. White has 2 checkers back, but has some attacking options and can go for a double gammon to get it to an early 4-0 lead. As a matter of fact, Marc Olsen recently talked about this in his most recent book. He's written multiple books that are all outstanding. I definitely recommend them, like From Basics to Badass. That was the first one. Pure Strategy, Cube Like a Boss, and most recently Backgammon Masterclass with Mochi and Alec Barr. That's a fantastic book. I actually recommend all of his books. But in this last one, there's a chapter called Cube Actions in Undefined Positions. And this is an example of an undefined position where both players have 1 or more checkers back. So he gives points based on certain things. You could read that and learn, but basically here you see the back checkers are split. Black has 1 checker back. However, white has some threats to attack. Here you can see it's a double and a very easy take. You see white wins 62% of the time, but look at how many gammons white wins here. So that's the key here. And then the gammons, black doesn't win as many gammons. So this is a double, but it's a very easy take. Next position was here in that same game. After the double take, white had a 5-1 to play. So the 5 was played 9-4, and that's correct to hit. And it's an error to actually lift it. You want to actually leave it there, so in case it's missed, you can try to complete the board. So the correct play was to hit 9-4 and then move 11-10 to provide another covering number in terms of a 6 to cover that blot. And that's what Marc did. Next one was a 6-2. This was an interesting one. I did a whole rollout. This was 1 or 2 rolls later. Black came in from the bar and white has a 6-2 to play. And one option was to hit 13-5. I believe that's what he does because that one wins a lot more gammons. You could see that here, wins a lot more gammons. If black dances, it's going to be much easier to make the board and cruise to a gammon. And that's really strong in a 9-point match going up 4-0. However, you lose a lot of single games by doing that because black has 20 numbers to come in and hit from the bar, and white still has another blot out here that's susceptible. 2 blots in the board. Black has no other blots. So it could be dangerous. Black can really mount a comeback if he's able to come in and hit. The best play was to just cover and move 6-4, and almost tied was 13-11. Leaving a direct shot was even better than hitting and leaving 2 blots in the board. So this is a good position to learn from. Next one, black came back to hit a checker, and he was trying to contain this checker. Here, the correct play was either moving one of these back checkers. 22-17 spreads them out a little bit more. 20-15 provides a little better outfield coverage. But it was 22-17 with 13-10. He doesn't want to be hit, of course. And notice what happens if you go from 13-10. If white rolls a 6-3, he can't hit because he would have to play the 6. So if you have a roll where you can only play one of the two numbers. You must play the larger number. So that's what 13 to 10 does. And then just bring another one out there. So this is a good one to learn about containment. The next one was another 5-3 here, and this was here the best play was to play off the 22 point and either play 13-8 or 13-10. Again, 13-10 blocks the 6-3, and then white cannot hit with 6-3. So white can hit with 3s and 2 1s for 14 numbers or 13 numbers, but 6-3 cannot hit, so it's actually only 11 numbers. Always things you want to look at. Now this is where black eventually primed white with 1 checker back. White had 4 checkers on the ball, 4 checkers born off, and Anton redoubled and white immediately passed. You see, it's almost too good to redouble. It cannot be too good to redouble because white's already born off with checkers, so you cannot be too good, but it's almost 100%. So, I mean, a full point in terms of equity. It's a big pass of 229. This is with 4 checkers off. For money, this would be take. This wouldn't be a double, actually. But in a match, 2 cube going to 4, that's a big thing. Black's gonna win 82% of the time, and you don't really want to go down 4-0 in a match. That's a big deficit. Now, this is a variant where white has 1 more checker off. Now look what happens. It's not even a double. It's a small no double and an easy take. So that's how much these small differences can make a big difference in terms of the doubling decision. What was a 229 pass becomes a small no double. So always bear that into mind. Bear that in mind. Okay, next one was 4-1 for black. And here it was correct to cover and then split the checkers or move back 1. I think I would have split the back checkers, but it's almost tied. Splitting the back checkers just gives you more flexibility in terms of hitting the outfield blots, making advanced anchors, making the 18 point, all sorts of different things. But they're virtually tied on a rollout. Next position was here. Black was on roll. So I think he doubled. He redoubled, actually. This was black was leading 2-0 to 9. He redoubled. It's a really big blunder to redouble here. It's a 440 error. Black just has too many checkers back. Yeah, so you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 checkers in the zone and a 3-point board, 3.5-point board that you're looking to cover with 1s and 3s. Usually when you have these kinds of blitzes, you may have 1 or 2 checkers back, and then the rest are on the midpoint or close to the midpoint or in the outfield that are nearby to help complete the attack. But when you have so many checkers back here, it's just going to take too long to bring them all around and to complete a blitz. That's going to give white many rolls to come in with a 4, with a 1, or even possibly hit or anchor, and you need a lot more. Now this was a redouble. Here, even if the cube was in the center, it would still be a blunder to double. It's still no double. So you really have to take these things into consideration. Look at the entire board, look at how many checkers you have back. Just because you have blitzing formation or an attacking formation, or you're threatening to make a 4-point board against 2 on the bar, doesn't necessarily make it a double. Next one was this one. This one I thought was very interesting. Marc was redoubling from the bar against a 4.5-point board with 2 checkers back. Most people won't even think about redoubling in these positions, but Marc is one of the best players in the world, and he paused to take a look at it, and he actually doubled. It turns out to be a pass. It's a blunder to take. Here's what's happening. White's threatening to either hit with a 5 or even just come in with a 4 or hit with a 4-1. Black's big problem is he has so many checkers back and they're all disconnected from the front. And he's going to have a lot of trouble bringing these things back. And if things don't go well, white can actually win a good amount of gammons. White wins twice as many gammons as black. And also having a lead in the score, you have to be careful. So this one turns out to be a pass. Next position was here, white on roll. Now white is leading 4-2. So black would be more eager to take, but white's going to win so much, 73% and 41% gammons. Black has 3 checkers back, 2 on the bar, no development at all. And white has a 3-point board, another checker in the zone, another checker that's half escaped, lot of options to make another point. It's going to be hard for black to do anything. So this was a pass, and I believe that's what happened in the match. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video on the position analysis from selected interesting positions on a match between Marc Olsen and Anton Dragostinov from a commentary I did in a previous video. Please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll see you in the next video.